And we are live. What's good, y'all? It's your man, DL Saint. Welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. How y'all feeling out there, bro? What's good? How y'all feeling? What's happening? Happy Monday night. It's Monday night. Hope you guys are doing well. I am hanging in there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to sit around and do nothing. What was that Bruno Mars song? I want to do nothing at all or something like that. But I am here. It was hard. I ain't gonna lie. It was hard climbing up into this loft and turning this equipment on, doing the thumbnail and all that. But I got shout out to Medium Man, to the Medium Man. I was watching his podcast today. And that's why I jumped up here. I was like, I got to do it. He's talking about Black Pill and, Medium Man is in Black YouTube. He's like deep in Black YouTube, male improvement space, but he's not part of the manosphere or anything like that. But he has a lot of guys from the manosphere who follow him. So we're going to break down the show he's doing right now about Black Pill. We got a couple nice ladies on there with him, and they're breaking down wheat waffles and talking to the ladies about Black Pill, Red Pill, Blue Pill. Guess what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, guys? That's right. We're going to be doing that. We got Brother Jay in the building. What's good, fam? I hit the wrong button. There we go. There it is. And what y'all Lions going to do, bro? What y'all Lions going to do, bro? I ain't going to lie. Y'all look good, bro. The Lions, we'll see what happens with y'all quarterback situation, but good to see you. We got Ojo in the building. What's good, fam? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you, man. We got Schmeebles in the house, man. What's good, Schmeebles? G'day. You know what it is. I'm just so grateful, man. I know we're small over here. We're doing our thing, man, but we got the U.S. checking in, man. We got Canada checking in. We got Australia checking in. Brother Dino's out there somewhere. And that's over in UK. So, man, I appreciate y'all, bro. But, yeah, we're gonna talk about coffee dates, man. We're gonna talk about coffee dates, guys, because I don't care what any female or any content creator out there, Blue Pill or otherwise, tells you, man, keep your investments low. Coffee dates are perfect. Do the coffee date. Let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome. Did I really want to know podcast, y'all? Get some indeed, man. So appreciate y'all, man. And everyone who's watching, those ninja watchers out there and Team Replay, don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button. We're almost at 2,200 subscribers, man. People talk about this content creation thing. They talk about YouTube. And if you do the numbers, bro, like less than 10% of all the YouTubers on the planet get monetized. You know what I mean? Less than 10%. I think it's like 8.something percent, 8.9% or something like that of YouTube channels are monetized. Now, some of that might be because they don't want to be monetized, but these days everyone's getting into this. They're trying to make money. So the fact that we're monetized, I look at that. I look at the fact that we have a couple thousand subscribers. We got supporters. We got day one guys here, day one ladies here. I appreciate y'all, man, because this is, people think it's easy, and it is easy to turn your computer on. It is easy to do that. It's easy to start filming, but, Flow State was talking about this the other day, like just making thumbnails, coming up with your content, like what you want to talk about, finding the videos, investing in yourself. Like, okay, what platform am I going to use? Am I going to use StreamYard? Am I going to use OBS? How am I going to do this? Speaking of StreamYard, just going to share that link. If anybody's thinking about doing this, hit up that link. Use StreamYard. They'll give you a free trial or whatever. And then if you hit that link, if you do try it, they'll kick a little money back to your Uncle Saint. So, and this is what I'm talking about right here. So this is challenging, but it's fun. I mean, it's the kind of hobby I consider it a hobby right now. It's going to stay a hobby until I'm making, like money. But I enjoy it, man. Just like I do comedy. I do comedy for the joy of doing it, for the challenge of getting on stage and making strangers laugh and stuff like that. And I do this for the opportunity and the challenge of, maybe planting a seed, maybe getting someone to see something a certain way. And then we have fun too. We get to laugh. we get to joke around. So it's all good. So I was doing what I normally do. I was looking for stuff, and I came across the Great Coffee Debate. And this video is a couple years old, guys. But I came across this, and I thought that we should talk about it. This is 2 years ago. And I didn't even watch it. I was like, whoa, I'm going to talk about this on the stream. Because most of the guys who watch this sort of content, like I'm definitely in the mental swamp. You know what I mean? I'm definitely red pill. But again, the way I see red pill, like, so many different variants of the red pill, the blue pill, the black pill, and all that, and all the colors in between. My thing is, this is, I'm just letting you know how I see it based on my experience, based on what I've read, talking to other people, and I'm just going to put it out there. This is what I think. If you're trying to do X, then you need to do this to get you there, right? So, and one of the things we talk about all the time, and I mean all the time, is dating and getting a woman's interest, catching her eye. And one of the things that come up is, like, well, where should I take it for the first date? And keep it simple, keep it cheap. There's nothing wrong with coffee. I'm not a big coffee guy, but y'all know I do ice cream dates. Go get a smoothie, something simple like that. And a lot of, the women, today's younger woman, oh, they get all up in arms. You're only gonna take me there. You're only gonna do this. Like, I'm just letting you know, shorty. You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how else are we gonna get to know each other? I'm not trying to invest. I'm not trying to take you to some restaurant that's going to cost me hundreds of dollars, and I don't even know you. Don't even know if I like you. I see your body. I want, I might be like, ooh, I would like to get to know her, or ooh, I would like to maybe smash, or whatever the case may be, but keep the investment small. And then they're like, well, I'm a loser. Like, you're going to lose her anyway. If she refuses to go with you on a coffee date or ice cream date or something like that, and she's like, I'm not going to talk to you, or she stands you up, or, whatever, walks out, fine. She would have allowed you to go to some real expensive restaurant, pay all that money, and she still would have walked away in the end. Maybe she would have tried to get some more dinners or experiences out of you, but then she would have moved on, right? So I say do it and keep your expenses low. Now, once you guys get to know each other, y'all feeling each other, it's cool, okay, start to step it up. You know what I mean? You're checking her out, seeing what she's about. Start to step it up. I wouldn't go like, okay, the first dinner date we have, I'm going to go to Shay expensive as hell and drop $1,000. Like, no, don't do that. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, maybe do California Pizza Kitchen for lunch, or find a really cool little, mom and pop restaurant in your town that's a step up. It's not fast food. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not Sizzler, right? But it's not some real expensive restaurant either. You know what I mean? So there's layers to it, but you should always start out with the low cost date, breakfast or a coffee date or a smoothie, something like that. You know what I'm saying? What's good, brother Michael? Good to see you, bro. All is well on this end, man. I hope all is well on your end, bro. And brother Michael, man, he down there at the bottom, bro. He down there where all them fine baddies at, bro. I'm telling you, Miami. Every time I talk to my brother, since we went down almost a month ago now. Every time my brother hits me up, we talk about, he can't not talk about Miami and comparing it to, all the places we've been and the places we've lived. He's like, yo, better than LA, better than Vegas, better than San Diego, better than Atlanta, right? Talking about Miami. I'm like, yeah, bro, I've been telling you that. Better than New York. Like, yeah. Now, all those cities that I mentioned, they have what they have. It boils down to preference. Like, what are you looking for, right? But for me, nothing beats Broward and Dade County, bro. Nothing. And there's some baddies here in Tampa. It's like Florida has some baddies from the top to the bottom. But Miami, in my opinion, hands down, top city in America. You know what I mean? Top city in America. And yeah, brother, things do need to be earned, not given. And that's going back to like the dates and all that. Denny's, Applebee's, day first. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. Just to see if she'll do it. Just to see it. A lot of guys, this is all part of the vetting process, by the way, guys. If you're dealing with a woman, and we ain't talking about somebody you just trying to smash the 3-day rule. If you're just trying to hit, it's a different play. It's a different play. You come there completely different. I'm going on the premise that you've gotten that, under control. That's pretty much not what you're looking for. You're done running your rotations. You're really trying to find yourself, a woman that you can go the distance with. This is when you definitely don't want to, come out with these, trying to impress her, going to these nice restaurants and going on these nice trips and providing these experiences. You don't want to do that. You want to start off, you want to look cheap. You want to see that she's into you. She doesn't care about the restaurant, or she doesn't care about going to the red carpet event. She doesn't want to take some trip. She just wants to come hang out with you. That is the first step, bro. That is the first step. That's what you don't. You know what I mean? Dolphin Mall ain't no joint. He ain't no joke. He ain't lying about that. If you ever go down to Miami, put it on your calendar, some way, shape, or form. Go to Dolphin Mall. Just hang out there for about an hour. It's kind of like an outlet mall kind of thing. You can walk around the mall if you want to. Me, I just hang out at the bar. Right there when you walking in, the main entrance is a big bar right there. Because you walk into like the little restaurant area. I'm hanging out at the bar. Like I said, you can walk around in there if you want to, but bro, you're going to see some dimes. You're going to see some dimes, bro. Right in the areas right there. A lot of baddies with hair hats in Miami. That's why I reckon they use only, bro. You tripping, but he ain't lying. I mean, again, you're going to get what you want. You know what I mean? But the coffee date is where you want to start. You want to start with the coffee date. Want to get into this video so we can hear what these ladies are talking about, because I want to hear this coffee date debate. You got an older woman and a younger woman, and I can already think in my mind who's going to say what, but I can't wait to get into it. Brother Jay's like, man, I thought ice cream dates was the save money thing. It is, but coffee dates is code for one night stands. Word? No strings attached sex, but she's like, I'm a pookie. My personal experience may not match others. Wow, if that's a thing, I didn't know, bro. Coffee date is code for one night stands? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Like that's not how I'm using it. I'm talking about just keeping your expenses low on the front end because you don't know the woman. But like I said, there are two different ways to go about this. If you just looking for somebody that you want to smash, you trying to add to your rotation, the 3-day rule applies and all that. Yeah, I still did that. I still did the cheap stuff up front. But what I would do is I would just have her tag along when I'm going someplace impressive. Like I mentioned, the red carpet. If I'm going to some event where the elites are going to be, where the cool kids are going to be, I'll just make her my plus one, which normally means you're going to get free, open bar, alcohol is going to be flowing, appetizers are already paid for. So it's still a cheap date. She gets to dress up and, whatever. You just trying to smash her. You don't care. And then you giving her an opportunity to think that she can monkey branch to one of these other dudes. So you're introducing her to powerful dudes, and she going to sit back and act right for a little bit. So, you're going to smash, but that's that play. But for the long-term play, you're looking at someone like, man, I kind of want to see what's up with her. I want to spend time with her. I want to know her. I want to, looking to start some sort of relationship. That's when you got to keep those, for me, that's the coffee date. That's the ice cream date. That's the short-term investment or the short investment up front. You know what I mean? But that's funny. I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know that was code. Maybe that's going to come out in this video, man. So let's check this video out, guys. And this is, what's the name of old girl? I think it's Amala. I can't pronounce her name, but she's going to pronounce it in a second. She's a pretty prominent YouTuber now. I think this is when she first started or something she was doing prior to the content that she's creating now. Political, center right. She makes sense to me most of the time. Sometimes I'm not feeling her or feeling her take. Attractive woman, cool, definitely sister, some sort of mix. A lot of tattoos. She got her tattoos covered up with her jacket, but on her podcast, you can see like big tats. To me, Always like, tattoos, huh? That's always one of my things. Like, okay, you got a sleeve, huh? You got, your whole legs are tatted up, huh? Okay. To me, I just look at that a certain way. I don't know how y'all look at it, but to me, that's an indicator. But a lot of women are wearing tattoos these days, so they went with the crowd or whatever. But to me, that's an indicator. So anyway, let's get into this. Let's listen to this great coffee date debate. Here we go.
So there's a very heated debate online about coffee dates. There's the pro camp.
Unpopular opinion, I prefer a coffee date for a first date. Guys will say, let's go out for drinks, so let's get dinner. And you're sitting there, and within seconds of even meeting them, you know you're not interested in them. You know that this is not somebody that's your person. You can feel the vibe is off, but now you have to sit through an entire dinner.
I chose a coffee date for a first date because it's low stakes. There's not much time commitment if you're not vibing with it. And it's a public space that you can feel safe in.
There's the anti-camp.
Coffee dates don't make it easier for you. They make it easier for him to date multiple women.
Do not go on that coffee date. Do not go on that boba date. This man saw you. He looked at you and said, Dunkin', Starbucks.
If you do accept a date to Starbucks, make sure you bring your friend so they know it's not a date either, okay? It's a meet and greet.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're gonna see what you order. We're gonna see, do you hold your chopsticks correctly? We're just gonna, study you a bit.
Little shorty got crazy eyes, man. She got crazy eyes. Anybody ask you what crazy eyes are? There they are right there. Them crazy eyes right there, bro. Them crazy eyes. Stay away. Stay away, man. If she were Navajo, they would call her Crazy Eyes. If y'all seen Crazy Eyes, yeah, man, she was over there with stands with fists. She got crazy eyes, bro. I'm just saying. When you're dealing with this type of woman, I see dudes all the time that like they'll see this type of woman. And they're like, I want her to be my main, my long term. I want to marry this woman. I just scratch my head like her because they don't turn it off, bro. This is it. The way she's talking right now on this TikTok or wherever this video came from, that's how they talk in real life, bro. For real, Dr. B in the building, man. For real, for real. Yeah, that's a no, honey, for sure. And the thing is, these women, because they are pretty and they've been pretty their whole life, right? They just go, bro. And no one tells them no. No one corrects them. And then they get older and that beauty begins to fade and men start looking towards younger women. That's when the wall comes into play. But this doesn't change. They'll find a dude and still come off this way, bro. So if you're dealing with a woman that comes off ripped like this, man, you need to leave. If you, man, play at your own risk, bro. If you going down that road, man, that's on you. And in my opinion, you should be just going to smash, and that is it. Smash her once, maybe twice, and then move on. Move on and just sit back and watch her social media when she makes a post about you, because she's gonna. She's gonna. She ain't gonna use your name, but she'll be talking about how men ain't no good. So stay away from women like this, bro.
There it is.
And today we're going to discuss.
Let's get into it.
I'm Amala.
I'm Risa.
And this is Omri Unfiltered. We're going to talk about coffee dates. You're on the dating scene here in LA.
Barely, but yes.
I'm not anymore.
Yes, she's single.
The heated debate right now is whether or not it's okay for a man to take you out on a coffee date. So I want your initial thoughts.
My initial thoughts are I'm very anti-coffee date.
Okay.
And it's not, I feel like it is not for the reasons that I see other women online talk about, because I think the common reason we see is that it shows that men are cheap or that they're not putting much effort into you. I don't really care about the money aspect of the coffee date. It's just that I think it's very boring.
So boring. I want to kill myself.
I don't want to take time out of my busy schedule to go have coffee.
Really? That's fascinating.
It's not fascinating. That's pretty much what I expected her to say. And the fact that they're, when they filmed this at this time, they were in LA. So there's a lot of women in LA, especially around like Hollywood, Bel Air, Brentwood, Santa Monica, Malibu. A lot of women look like this older woman right here. Nice bodies because they all work out, right? They're all in their 40s, late 30s, early 40s and above, right? And they all dress like they're still in their 20s. It's plenty of dudes out here trying to holler at them. So it's like, I don't want a coffee date. I want you to take me out. It's LA. So she's going to want to go to whatever the hottest joint is. Right. So I expected her to say that 100%. I expected that. Now, here's the thing. If one of the Hollywood top tier dudes came walking up to her and said, hey, let's go have coffee, Idris Elba or one of the top tier producers in town or, you know, one of the athletes, she would jump all over it. She'd go do coffee in a heartbeat. Wouldn't think twice about it, be happy, sitting on, you know what I mean, at the edge of her chair, engaging. But she's just talking about the run-of-the-mill LA dude who's doing well, and she gets to dictate terms. She's like, oh, it's just boring. I don't want to go because it's boring. And bro, you're dealing with a woman who doesn't want to come join you for whatever activity you're proposing to do with her, bro. She's not into you, man, period. She's not into you. Man, Drill's in the building with good fam. She's not into you. That's all that is, bro. That's all that is.
Interesting. Because I feel like with a busy schedule, a coffee date would be the best thing to do.
Exactly.
Because you have just 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there. You see the guy, you get to know him, you have the conversation, and then you get a pulse on whether or not you like him.
Here's the deal. I would never go on a date with somebody that if I didn't have interest or knew them a little bit.
Okay.
Like, especially with someone I just met, I would FaceTime them. I would make sure I texted them a lot to be sure that I was like, okay, we're going to get along well.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm really good at reading people, so I've never made a mistake or gone on a horrible date with somebody. So yeah, I mean, I understand from the perspective of if you just meet somebody online and you just want to do a quick, like, 45-minute date.
How do you feel
no
about the
pressure.
women? How do you feel about the women who are saying, I don't want to because it's cheap and he doesn't value me and it means that he's maybe dating other women, or just the simple idea of a coffee date being too low of a date for certain women?
I don't think it's fair for somebody that you just met to spend a ton of money. And the thing is, there are high maintenance women out there, and that's fine. If you want a guy that spends a lot of money on you, they're out there. But not every guy is like that.
Yeah.
Bro, like, it's funny because women are smart. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of people say, man, women are stupid. Nah, bro. They're socially superior when it comes to group mentality and reading the room type stuff, right? So little shorty right here, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to places in Hollywood, West Hollywood, Santa Monica, all those places I mentioned before, be it some random bar or at someone's event, and you come across a woman like this who got done dirty by the guy before you, right? Because she went after a Chad or a Tyrone or whatever the case may be, realized she was just in the rotation, didn't like it, confronts him. He was like, all right, kick rocks. Now she's there sipping on Chardonnay, and then she sees you and you come up and just have a normal conversation with her, bro, and she's ready to get it in that night. They look like her. Older, bro, sometimes the conversation when you first sit down with them or you walk up, the conversation is real negative because it's on her, and then, you know, after she done got 2 or 3 mimosas or, you know, Merlots or whatever she's drinking, tequilas, then she'll come up and it changes and she wants to holler at you. And right, it's just weird. But what's funny about that is they know what they're doing, because the moment these women look at you, man, they already know if they're going to smash or not. They know it. They know it. Like, this is a dude that I can see myself smashing or kicking it with. And if she doesn't have that initial thought, that initial reaction, that initial emotion, she ain't even going to holler at you, bro. She won't say nothing. She'll pull out her phone. She'll walk away. Like, you just, right? So as a guy, you need to be able to read that. Right now, I know that has nothing to do with a coffee date, but let's say you meet her. She's not drinking. It is what it is. You guys are just chatting up, you know, chatting each other up. You got a mutual friend. You're like, you know what? She seems real cool. Maybe she's from your hometown, or maybe she's from the same part of the country you're from. And, you know, the conversation is refreshing. It's like, hey, what are you doing Friday? You know, maybe Friday's a couple days away. Let's meet up for coffee. You know what I mean? Because I work downtown too, or I work in Brentwood too, or I work, whatever. Let's meet. I'm going to be in your area. Let's meet up for coffee. And then, you know, she should say yes to that. Like, if she's thinking about hollering at you, she done gave you her number, you know, and social media, all that texting and all that stuff she was saying, I think that's out the window. I think she'll like, yeah, I'd love to grab a quick coffee with you or whatever. But if she says no, and kind of hints that she would rather have like, well, I don't know about coffee, but I'm free for lunch. Like, I ain't really got time for lunch. Right. So that lets you know right there, like, she's kind of like, maybe she's kind of, she's here with you. Right. So don't waste your money on lunch. Especially if you go to like lunch. Well, what are you thinking for lunch? Oh, I was thinking EPLP, or I was thinking Catch, or I was thinking, or whatever. I haven't been to LA in a few years now. I have no idea what restaurants are popping right now. I was thinking this. It's like, nah, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Because if she really wants to get to know me, man, she'll come have coffee with me. Or it's like, hey, let's go get a Jamba Juice. Shout out to Jamba Juice. That's an LA thing. Hey, let's just go get a quick Jamba Juice. And, you know, and if she says no to that, because they're all health conscious out there, she says no to that, then she ain't really trying to holler at you like that, bro. Like, you know, she's kind of looking at you as someone that can provide her with some experiences that she doesn't necessarily want to pay for herself. So is she going to say that here? I don't know. I think that, but back to my original point, women can read the room. Women know what time it is. Women know when they're messing with a bad boy. Women know when they're messing with a good boy. Women know what they can get away with, pretty much. So as a dude, you have to decide right up front if you're going to accept that or not. Like, nah, I'm not going to accept that. I'm offering lunch. Correction. I'm offering coffee. And she's going to counter with lunch or dinner. And you got to stand up and say no. But most dudes, because she's older and attractive still, she's got body. You can tell she got body and she's sitting down. When they see her get up and they're like, oh, my goodness, they're going to say, okay, anything to spend some time with her. Now they're blowing bread, right? She's taking pictures. You ain't in the pictures, so she could post on social media. It's like, bro, you accepted that. You offered coffee, she countered with lunch or dinner, and you accepted her counter. Don't do that.
I'm pro coffee date, and I see these videos. There are some pro ones, but there's mainly anti of women talking about this. I'm pro coffee date. I think it's practical. You know, you don't really know this person all that much yet. You can sit down with them, have a short little conversation. If you're feeling it, it moves on to the next spot. Hey, are you ready to get food? If you're not feeling it, you get to bounce.
Facts.
I'm out of here.
Facts.
And you're never gonna see me. And that'd be the best way to get out of a situation that you don't want to be in, which, let's be honest, happens at a lot of different dates. You're in this situation, you're sitting down at dinner, you're stuck there for
And
what,
you're like,
an
"This
hour and a
person
half?
Sucks.
So, do you like weather?
Right. So coffee is just like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Didn't
Yeah.
spend too much money, didn't spend too much time. Perfect for me. I don't
And you heard that part. Remember when I was talking about the way I used to do it when I was younger, right? It was always breakfast. I want to take them out to breakfast, right? And people were like, well, why would you take her to breakfast? Man, first of all, it's the cheapest meal you can buy, right? Today, I think Bob Evans' breakfast might be cheaper than getting coffee from Starbucks. To be honest, we have to run the numbers, but it's got to be close. Those breakfast specials, bro, you know what I mean? Like eggs, you get like bacon, eggs, toast, and hash browns for what, $6 or something like that? I ain't looking at 12, 13, it's call it $20 for your meal, including the tip, and you out of there, versus how much does those big coffees cost? Are they small, medium, or large? They still that the Venti, Grande, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be close. So I used to use breakfast, and the best reason for that is what old girl just said. If you realize that she is not the one you want to be dealing with, you're out of there. Coffee date, oh man, you can be out of there in less than 15 minutes. Come up with an excuse, get out of there. You ain't bought your coffee, I gotta go. But if it's going well, you got the rest of the day. Well, yeah, you can set up the next thing. Like, oh, this is cool. The coffee went well. You know, and especially in LA, it's like, hey, let's run over to the beach real quick. Or that's if you're like in the Santa Monica area, Venice area. Or like if you're in the Valley, it's like, hey, do you golf? You can set something up real quick. Like, hey, you want to go to the driving range? You want to go do this? You can do other things. And then she's going to be like, yeah, sure. So your coffee date winds up lasting maybe 2 or 3 hours. Then you go get lunch. Like, man, she cool. This is great. Then she can go home and y'all can plan to do something that night. So it just turns into something really good. It could turn into that Hollywood story. You know what I'm saying? Like that rom-com. It turns into a romantic comedy, which in her mind is kind of what she wants, right? She's looking for a story. This is a great story. Oh, we just met for coffee, and then we went over and we played bumper cars, and then after that, we wound up going to play, putt golf somewhere, and then I went home, and then we went out later on that night, and he took me to this really cool spot where we were throwing axes or whatever. Be something like that, bro. It can turn into something good. But the key is that she wants to be with you, and it doesn't matter what y'all doing. That's the key, right? That's the key. And you get to see what type of person she is, and if you don't like it, you can bounce. She can bounce. It's all good, and only cost you, a couple cups of coffee.
Get all these women saying, this is way too low for me. I would never sit down for coffee. To me, if I was a man asking a woman on a date, and she was like, I would respect it, but you dodged a bullet, because to me it's a kind of a red flag.
It's just showing that you want the most from your man, in a sense.
Yeah.
Financially, you want the most from your man.
And that's what you're prioritizing over other characteristics. I'm thinking back to Victorian dating. Not that I'm
talking about you want the most from a man. It's if you refuse to go on a coffee date or refuse to go get ice cream or a smoothie, that means you all about his money. And it's not like, hey, you ask him, like, I think you're cool. Let's go grab coffee. Let's go grab a Jamba Juice. And she says, no, but I do want to get to know you. Hey, why don't you join me for lunch? What if she offers to take me out? Then I'm like, all right, cool. I'll let her set the date up. Hey, what time, where you need me to be? I'll make sure I'm nice and pretty for you, love. And she'll like, oh, meet me at so-and-so. And guess what? I'm going to wait to see if she pays for the bill. I'm going to wait to see if she tries to pay for the bill. That's what I'm going to wait for. Or was this a play to get me to pay for her experience at this restaurant? And again, I've done that before. I've been with women. I'll wait. And then, she hits me with the, aren't you going to pay? Like, you invited me. I'm not paying. I offered ice cream. You countered with this, and you asked me to come here, so I'm here. And then if she gives like the little pouty face or whatever, all right, I'll pay for mine. I'm going to do the 50-50. I'm out. Why? Because I'm done. I ain't trying to talk to you. But if she goes to pay the whole thing, oh, bro, that's a winner. Then now we can fight over it. But again, that might be a play. In her mind, she might be like, well, I'm just going to act like I'm going to pay for it because I'm pretty sure he's going to step up and pay for it. Could be a play. It is what it is. Crazy is that is where we are in the dating game, man. It's like the mind games, bro. The strategy is insane.
Advising that we go through the whole courtship phase and all this stuff. But back in the day when chivalry was still alive, people would just go for walks as dates. And that was the thing to get to know each other.
14 years old.
Well,
I'm 11, so shut the fuck up.
yeah, they were 14. Let's take the age out as a factor and just I'm just thinking about how simple a date that is.
If you're young, let's say 18 to 23, I think coffee date is acceptable. At that age, I don't think you should expect a man that age to.
And, as you move up in income and age,
for sure,
the dates get higher.
Like, I don't want to do that.
Fair enough.
35.
Fair
And
enough.
I will even say, like, it doesn't have to be dinner either. It has to just be something fun and exciting.
Okay.
So it could be something more creative, like we could go-kart riding or paintball, anything that would be fun.
What if he's like, yo, girl, let me take you on a hike?
I would say there's this TikTok that says,
I'm not a dog that needs to be walked.
That's so interesting. So maybe it's an age thing. I am 22, going on 23. I would totally be like, yeah, let's do a hike. Let's go to coffee or whatever. If I were single and dating.
She was available.
Yeah, that's what I would be doing.
And you know that I don't care about the financial aspect. Like, I'm very, totally fine with splitting it or paying for the second date. I almost always insist. Yeah. So it's not about the money for me. And I think about most women who hate coffee dates, it is about money.
Right.
And she told the truth right there. That part about most women who seem to have a problem with it is about the money. I did bump into a lot of women in Cali with this kind of mentality. Like, little shorty, she's attractive, right? Like, she is attractive.
So at the end of
with her hair messed up right there. Ooh, she's attractive though. I gave it to her. Like, I bumped into a lot of women like her, older, successful, attractive, single, and you always wonder why. Like, why are you single? You so cool. It just takes a little time to figure out why. Just a little bit of time. It don't take too long. You know what I'm saying? Within 6 to 8 months, you'll see why. Something will happen. You'll be like, oh, I see why you're single. But in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? It's going down. It's y'all know what it is in the meantime, man. She'll come over and it's like, yeah, bro. For real. So, and my experience in California too with a lot of these women, man, it was cool. Like you went in, you just had these micro relationships, bro. I guess they call them situationships because you get to keep spinning back. You know what I mean? Like y'all do a little something, y'all kicking it for about 6 months, and then you kind of drift apart or whatever. Then you bump into each other somewhere, maybe 4 months down the road. Maybe a year later, you bump into her, like, oh, hey. And then, boom, it's right back to it because they're going to remember that. Like, man, he was so good. Whatever. Like, he was just cool the way he handled his business. I just remember, they'll remember the good times. Bam, you're right back into it again. That'll last maybe another 6 months, 8 months, right? And it would be kind of cyclical, you know what I mean? And it was always like the older women like her. No kids. You know, they're far away from home. Generally, you know, most of them didn't grow up in Southern California. Maybe some of them, maybe they grew up in Northern California. Maybe they grew up in Nevada, Arizona, something like that. But or they're like transplants, right? They're not Angelinos. So I don't know, man. I had good times, man. I had good times, bro. And yeah, like 35, bro. Like she says 30. This was posted 2 years ago. Ain't no telling. Like, but my guess, looking at her, my guess was she's like mid-30s at the time of filming. That'd be my guess. High risk pregnancy, man. With all the medicine we got now, bro, trust me, they'll be able to figure a way to push one out. But it's back to what we're talking about here. Even she's saying it. It's like she's not opposed to a low investment meetup, and that's the key. She's not opposed to it, and you know she might not like coffee dates, but like she said paintball. Like, we go play paintball. Like, word. You rather get shot with a paintball than go have coffee? Okay. I'm airborne, so I'm not going to get hit that much, but you're going to get tore up. So, I mean, it is what it is. Let's continue.
Today, I get why both camps believe what they believe. I'm more so thinking that this is sheerly an internet debate and not really one that is coming to fruition in real life, because I think at the end of the day, if you like somebody and you want to get to know them more, you're going to go on whatever date they ask you to go on, by and large. So I don't know how many men are facing this problem or how many women are actually having to debate
If
this.
Michael B. Jordan asked you to go on a coffee date, you would say yes.
You're there.
Facts.
Yeah, any female who's really attracted to a guy or really into it, she won't care what he asks.
Yeah.
She just wants to hang out with him.
This is just internet advice and posture.
You see, when people talk about the manosphere, the manoswamp, the red pill stuff, bro, it's all just common sense to me, bro. It's just a lot of dudes don't have the experience. Did you hear what she just said, bro? Isn't that that's what I've been screaming. If she is digging you, bro, doesn't matter, man. She'll go anywhere with you. Anywhere. If she's digging you, she just wants to be next to you. Period. Like, yo, I'm finna go out to my father's pig farm and clean up the pig poop. You want to come? Sure. Should I wear rubber boots? She's gonna come, bro. If she's digging you, she's gonna come. Giggity. But that's just how it works. I mean, that's just how it works. Hey, bro, there's a lot of people out there trying. You know, women have been pushing off having babies, and science is catching up with it. And, you know, they might have to try 3, 4, 5, 6 times, but eventually they'll get it right. But, you know, science, I mean, you know, medicine is there to help older women have kids, bro. I mean, and it's you know, they're going to find stuff. They'll look at stuff. They just come with workarounds, and, you know, they're having kids. Some are having very, very healthy kids. It is what it is.
Relating and
ruining everyone.
Yeah. Armchair dating advice, much like what we're doing right now. So anti-coffee date, but for far different reasons and far more open than I think some of these women we're seeing on the internet are.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm in the pro camp. I'm curious how you guys feel. Drop it in the comments down below.
Let us know your thoughts. We love the arguments.
Maybe Andrew Tate started something, and that's why so many people are debating about what to do at dates. And now there's high-value men and high-value women. This is what we're dealing with on the internet these days. But guys, please like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to be notified every single time we post. We encourage healthy debate, so be respectful in the comments, but duke it out.
All right.
Like,
that was way easy.
Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to them. Get on there. So that's probably how, was it Amala? Amala? Is that how you pronounce her name? Maybe that's how she got started. You know what I mean? But that was pretty short, pretty sweet, but it was to the point. I get it. It made sense. All that. And it's like I said, bro, if a woman wants to be with you, if she digs you, she will spend time with you, man. It does not matter what the activity is. Now, on the other side of that, if she only will come spend time with you for an experience that she wants you to provide to her, then you gotta be careful. She's like, well, I'll go out with you, but I ain't doing a coffee date. You can take me to, and she starts naming all places. No, you gotta say no to that, bro. You gotta say no to that. And they're like, well, say, what if I'm just trying to smash? Definitely say no. Say no. Like, don't even ask her to go out to dinner. Just women like that, if she's after an experience, you got to offer an experience. Offer her an experience that she can't normally get on her own. So it's like, well, look, I'm not free for dinner, but I am going to, and then you name the event. It could be the Emmys after party, or I'm going to so-and-so's listening party, or I'm going to, would you like to be my +1 at this private viewing of whatever movie is popping? Because in LA, they got a lot of that. They have like private screenings for movies. So it's like you can invite her to that. Invite her to some event where it's gonna be like maybe an open bar. Maybe there'll be some appetizers there. Invite her to an event where she gets her experience, right? And then you get to sit there and, try to get on. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Take her to an event where she, you ain't paying for nothing. She's your +1. You getting all the appetizers and drinks. And while she's drinking and eating and having a good time, you get to holla, 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 holla. That's what that's about. Don't pay for it. Right? So that's that's my point on that, like the coffee date thing, bro. Stick to your guns, fellas. Stick to your guns, especially you dudes who are working your way out of the bottom 80. Right? You're out here trying things, just say no. And I'm telling you, man, saying no is powerful to a lot of these women, especially these women who think they're finer than they are, which is the vast majority of women who are out there, right? Because y'all know how I feel about that, right? The scale is not 1 to 10. The scale is 0 to 10, right? And most of us fit between 4 and 6. So you're dealing with the woman, trust me, she's fitting between that 4 to 6 on that 0 to 10 scale. She's right pretty much where you are. So don't allow her to put herself in a position where she's going to dictate to you. Put yourself in a position like, well, look, all right, bet, bye. Like, I ain't tripping. Hey, nice talking to you, love. Take care. And no emotions, no nothing. Okay, hey, it was cool. It was cool meeting you. Now I'm not interested in dinner, but you take care. Next time she sees you on the scene, she going to holler at you. She'll probably text you. She's really going to be watching your social media. She's going to be seeing what you're doing and who you're with. She'll be liking stuff. Right, you posting pictures of your food, and now she's liking. I thought you said you don't do dinner. I'm like, nah, I said I wasn't taking you to dinner. Oh my God, I love Mr. Chow. Like, so do I. Like, so do I. Pictures at Mr. Chow, pictures at Carbone's, pictures at, Fig and Olive, or, whatever the hot joint's gonna be. Right? And then she'll be asking you questions. She'll come back, bro. Like, the power of no is real. Let them know, like, bro, I'm not pressed. And I'm doing those things that you want to do. And trust me, man, financially, she ain't there. So many women talk about dudes being broke. It's like, man, she lives in the same country you live in, bro. These rules, these numbers, these stats, they apply to her. Right? The average American is making what the average American is making. Like, the median income is the median income. And like, when you go into places like LA, New York, Miami, like, bro, the hotties, the really fine chicks, they're not making money like that. They may be working as a bartender, if they're lucky, because the bartenders do make bread out there in those big cities. But she's probably working as a hostess somewhere or receptionist, like doing her thing. But she's going to be making around 50, 60, 70 grand a year. Because if she was out there making 200 grand a year, you wouldn't be bumping into her, bro. It's real hard depending on where you are. So, you got to factor all that in there, bro. A lot of women just rely on their looks, and they rely on simpletons. They rely on simpletons, bro. Simple as that, Brother Smeebles. When I was racing, I got a woman I knew for about a week, jump in the car and travel for an event. Yep, 18-hour drive away. Towing my race car in the convoy with my mates, also racing. Right. That's the move. You're a race car driver, fam. Yeah. That's a story. That's an experience. She in there with all the other race car drivers and mechanics and all that kind of stuff. She probably had a blast, bro. That's what y'all need to be doing what Schmeebles is doing, man. Integrate her into what you are doing. Why waste that money on dinner when you can take her and she get to watch you race? Bro, I can't tell you how many times I had women catch up with me, right? Because I'm not taking her to dinner. I'm not doing dinner. You know what I mean? I'm tied up. I'll hit you when I'm free. Hit them up. They're like, where are you? Like, oh, I'm over here doing comedy at so-and-so. I'm at the comedy store. They'll pull up to the comedy store. You performing tonight? Like I just got off stage. You just missed me, but I'm about to do another show at this, bar down the street. If you want to come, man, they'll come with you, going to a bar, to a hostel, wherever the next show is. They watch you perform, right? It's like you can get them a couple drinks, but as a comic, most of the time my drinks were comped anyway. So I, get a couple drinks. Don't cost me. I'm just tipping the bartender, right? We kind of do that. And then they get to see you perform. Like, oh man, they get to hear everyone talking about you. They get to see that where you're mastering that world. This kind of stuff that Dr. Orion Terabin was talking about. Like for that moment, you're the master of that particular world. And then after the show, take her somewhere like, hey, let's go over here to some cool little spot, maybe get an appetizer, have another drink or whatever, and just talk, right? You can do that. You bring them into your world, right? And they're going to love that as opposed to them dictating to you what they want to do. In other words, instead of her bringing you into her world, bring her into your world as the guy, right? Call it frame, whatever you want to call it. When she sees it, she's going to love it, bro. Right? She's going to love it. That's because they want to holler at you. Some women just like, nope, I want dinner. They just want money. They're not going to bounce back. But there are women who dig you. They were just trying to get that experience. And you said no. So that's right away. Like, man, you said no to me? Like, I ain't going to do that. Have Billy take you to dinner or whatever. And then catch up with me later. And they'll do it. They'll have Billy take them out to the restaurant they want to go to. And then when it's over, hitting you back like, hey, where are you? Like, at the Comedy Store. I'm at the Improv. You know what I mean? I'm at the Funny Bone, or no Funny Bone out there. I'm at the Laugh Factory. Okay, I'm gonna pull up. I'm at Flappers. I'm in Burbank at Flappers. Okay, I live in Burbank. All right, cool. I'll wait for you here. They pull up and you go to the next joint, whatever. Bro, you got to bring them into your world, right? And do not spend money up front like that, bro. Don't take them someplace nice. Don't do it. Don't do it. Even if you got the hook up at the restaurant, like, oh, I can go in here and my meal is comp. Still, don't take them there because they're going to be expecting that, bro. Keep their expectations low. So they know when they come to see you, they coming to see you, bro. We just going to do this real quick, right? So it's simple as that. I bet she did keep you warm at night, fam. I bet she did, bro. You know what I mean? So, but that's what it's all about. And they love that, man. I met women who like go on real live camping excursions. Like, yo, we going out. We're going to Baja. We're going to be driving through the desert in these dune buggies or whatever. They go. Yeah, I mean, are we going to the woods? We're going to go out to the woods. We're going to take our weapons. We're going to do some, we got like a little range out there. We're going to shoot a little bit. We're going to sleep over, and then we're going to come back the next day. They'll go. Why? Because they want to be with you. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Brother Michael's saying, Sandy Crazy Part, they have the money for their own hair backs. Yeah. Those wing eyelashes make up BBL's tattoos. Yeah, bro. I mean, it is what it is. It's a phase. I think the BBL thing is going to fall off. Too many women are losing their lives to it. I think they're gonna chill out with the makeup at some point. You're always gonna have women to do all that, but I think women are gonna start to pull back because so many dudes are just not into it. And women want the attention. They put all that stuff on, those eyelashes, man, the hair, the makeup. And when they go out, they think they looking all good, and dudes aren't even looking their way. They're gonna figure it out. Like, why aren't dudes looking my way? Then they're gonna go talk to their friends, talk to the dudes in their friend zone. They're gonna talk to their family. They might come on a platform like this, like, yo, why is it dudes aren't approaching, which they're doing now on TikTok and all that? It's like, cause it's all that makeup and the lashes and like the way you look too fake, bro. They don't know what what I'm saying. They don't know what they're dealing with. They don't want to deal with it. You look like that girl. They don't want to deal with it. Well, what should I do? Don't wear as much makeup. Use your real hair. Pull your hair back. All the stuff that Brother Michael be talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should do. And then they're going to start doing it, especially if they get the results that they're hoping for. Women will start doing it. It's just a matter of time. So let's check out our next video. This is Stay Slick with Kit. This brother's blowing up, man. Shout out to him. He's crushing it over there in the UK, bro. He's crushing it. And what he's doing, and again, I guarantee you I haven't asked him this. Maybe next time, we message back and forth, I'll ask him, like, bro, do you consider yourself manosphere, red pill? Do you claim that? And I bet you he'll say no. But it's not up to us to really claim it, is it? I think that, the red pill claims you. The manosphere claims you. Like, if guys come your way, they're there. So, but he's doing a lot of work. He's working with the women, trying to help them out, doing his best to show them basically where they're going wrong. So this particular video, they're talking about why guys in their 30s aren't settling down. What I love about what this brother is doing is two things. He's having, first of all, one-on-one conversations with women, so they can't go with the hive mind. They have to say what they say, and then they have to stand on it. In most cases, the women will say, oh, okay, I see your point. And the second thing is he has a community where he's actually helping women to go and get men and, trying to get the men that they want, but helping them understand that there's just not enough of those dudes to go around. So you're just going to have to find you a good guy. It's not necessarily, I want the top 1% guy. Like, try to get him. But if it doesn't work, become more realistic with your choices and go after a guy that you can get. That's still a good man that's going to be there for you and all that. So shout out to Kid. He's doing a really good job. Let's check this out, man. He's talking to this young lady about why guys in their 30s aren't settling down.
He's just looking for someone that he has great chemistry with and he has a fun time with, right? But when he's looking for a wife, he's asking himself, okay, what kind of qualities does what does she have that I think she's going to be a good mother, right? Is she the kind of woman who is going to play a certain role in my life, that she's going to do that? Is she someone that I know I can trust implicitly with X, Y, and Z, right? So a lot of the time, and it's funny, I was having this conversation before you got here today. When it comes to choosing, because when a man's choosing for a wife, like he's choosing, I'm going to say it like this just to make him to think about, it's kind of like he's choosing a role in a company. Like if you like who creates a company and you're looking for the CEO, you're not going to give it to your best friend just because you love her. Okay. You're going to choose the friend who has the requirements and has the qualities that you think is best for a CEO.
Yep.
It's exactly the same with guys with being a wife.
Question.
Go on.
Does this apply to men over the age of 35?
Yeah.
Who seem to never know. But when you find guys who are over the age of 35 and they're like, oh yeah, I'm not looking for anything serious, or like figuring out my dating goals and stuff, like looking for something short term, I'm like, will they actually ever be looking for a wife, realistically?
Okay.
I'm curious to hear what Kid's going to say on this, but the thing is, what she doesn't realize is those older dudes are just looking to smash her. Right? So again, it always boils down to what women see versus what's really out there. If you guys notice when, we break these videos down, or in real life, when you talk to a female and they'll say, all men are this, all men are that, blah, blah, blah. They all cheat. They all do this. They all do that. And it's like, nah. Y'all talking about the same dudes. Y'all talking about the same dudes. Like this woman right here, she needs to understand that she's fine enough for these top tier guys to smash. She probably cleans up really nice. She could put on a gown. They can go somewhere. She could hold a conversation. They're going to take her back, take her back to the flat, take her back to the crib, smash, and then move on. And he keeps her in a rotation, and she's like, so when are we going to get serious? Just thinking never. You're just in a rotation. Never. And that's the part they have a hard time grasping. Yeah, I did it. These women be doing this all the time. So I'm like, I'm going to do it every now and then. That's the part they have a hard time grasping.
I'll tell you why that happens. Because.
Tell the truth, kid.
Okay. As a woman, you have sexual abundance, right? As in you have plenty of options with guys. Literally, if I'm being honest, just by being a woman.
Yep.
Slay.
Right? That's how it works. Okay. Guys don't get that luxury. Guys only get an abundance of women, if they do, when they've developed a certain level of value within themselves in terms of who they are as a man, what they've achieved, how they present, competence, intelligence, experience, right? So the truth is, most guys never get to a position where they have options with women, where they have like, oh, I have multiple women that I could date.
Yeah.
Right? Most guys never get there. I'm going to use this analogy, and it's a really old analogy. And
I bet you I know what he's about to go to. I know an analogy he's about to use. But y'all notice no matter who you talking to, be it Myron Grants from Fresh and Fit, or Rollo Tomasi, or DL Saint, or Michael Surtain, or Kit, or Professor Scott Galloway, you're hearing the same points over and over again, especially when we're talking to women. You're hearing the same points. And it blows my mind that the rest of the world is just stuck on it. They just stuck on it like, no, that can't be true. It is true. Well, how do you know? Well, here's some stats. Well, how do you know that women only want the top tier guys? Well, let's look at Hinge. Let's look at Bumble. Let's look at the dating apps. Here it is right here. Well, that's not a large enough sample. Like, it's not. Okay. Well, here's a slew of women, got a whole legion of women saying the exact same thing. The exact same thing, going after the exact same guy. Right? It's to the point where the delusional calculator is a thing. And, I would like to say that, well, at some point, women are going to realize what's going on and straighten up, but they're not, because technology has every woman on the planet believing she has access to every man on the planet. Like, there's an endless supply of men. And what she doesn't realize is the guys are not playing the same game that they're playing. These dudes, especially the top tier dudes, they just want to run up in you, bro. They just want to run up in you. That's all that is. And women are having such a hard time understanding and accepting that, bro. It was crazy. Right? Schmeeb was just like, people just don't want to believe it. They don't want to feel like they've been lied to their whole life. Facts, bro. Facts.
Anyone who's ever watched any kind of podcast content will recognize this. It's called the candy shop analogy.
Oh, the candy store.
No. Okay.
Candy store.
It's so imagine there's a candy shop,
Yeah.
right? And as a woman, you're let in there the moment you turn 18.
Okay.
Okay. So you get in there and, you're trying all the different sweets. You're trying the Haribo, you're trying the Laffy Taffy, the Sticky Toffee, all of this stuff.
Candy corn.
Okay. But the guys can't get in until they reach the age of 35, right? They've saved up to 50 to 100K in their account, and they've been training in the gym for at least 3 years consistent.
Right. Okay.
Right. So at 18, you're let into the candy shop.
Yeah.
15 years later, early mid 30s, the guys who qualify, they're now they're into the candy shop.
Right.
And we already know those three metrics alone, 90% of men don't qualify.
Yeah.
Right. It's only like 5 or 10%. So the guys that get in there, they're going to go crazy. They're going to be like, I'm going to try this sweet. I'm going to try this one. I'm going to have this one.
Mm-hmm.
You've been in there for 10, 15 years. You're like, yo, chill. They're just sweets. Like, why are you losing your mind? Relax. It's cool.
Yeah.
And we're at the age where you just need to choose one.
Yeah.
But for him, it's like, he's had to work his ass off to get to a point where he can try all these different sweets. And now
Sure.
that he's in here, he's going to try all the different sweets.
Yeah, fair.
But you've been in there for the past 10, 15 years. So you're like, I know what I like. I know what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first time I heard that, it was on Fresh and Fit. Myron Gaines was talking about that. I say it back then, and I'm saying it again. Red pill content. Back then, I was saying will be mainstream. Today, right, 8/18/2025, I'm here to say red pill content is mainstream. It is mainstream. And as we go into this downturn financially, the whole world is about to go through a recession. It's about to happen, bro. And I'm not going to make this a political talk. We got plenty of time to do that. But for whatever reason, for the people pulling the levers, we're about to go into, we're in recession. It's just about to get worse, right? So once that happens, when dudes are really not worried about women and women are losing their job, like 300,000 women, I think African-American women lost their jobs. You're looking at tech firms are laying folks off, UPS laying people off. You know what I mean? You got all these big factories and corporations just getting rid of folks left and right, men and women, mostly women, because women were coming out of college killing it, right? This downturn is going to make it hard. And a lot of these women are going to be looking for some relief. They're thinking like, well, I'll just go ahead and be with Billy, who I've had in the friend zone for the past 15 years. And Billy like, shit, I'm out here trying to keep my head above water. I ain't got time for you to be dragging me down. So you want to be like a man? Welcome to the land of the man. Welcome, shorty. Good luck. And it's going to be so difficult because so many guys are watching this type content. Kid is just talking about the candy store in London. Myron's been talking about the candy store analogy for 3 years. 3 years. There are memes out there on it. There's like someone animated it with Myron sitting there talking about the candy store. I saw some woman talking about the candy store analogy on YouTube, or somewhere on YouTube. And I think it was like maybe 10 years old. She was on stage talking about it. I don't know who came up with this analogy, but it's been bouncing around out here forever. Like forever. And that's where we are, Brother Smeebles. It's like, and AI is going to make it so they don't get their jobs back once things settle down again. That's facts. That's a fact. That those white-collar jobs, those cushy entry-level white-collar jobs are gone. You got people coming out. There's people coming out in tech. They can't get hired. They can't get hired by the corporations that would normally hire them. They hired their friends before them, entry-level, so they could grow up and move up and grow with the company, the corporation. And they can't get hired at McDonald's. McDonald's is like, yeah, you're overqualified for this position. You can't get hired to get a minimum wage job, and you're looking at $60,000 or more in student loan debt. You know what's going to happen? They're going to all go back to school. They're going to get more loans. They're going to try to ride out the recession, go back to school, get loans, and just try to figure that out that way. How do I know? Because that's what happened the last time.
It's exactly what it is when you get like guys who are like in their mid-30s. And it seems like they're still figuring it out, because if they've never had a level of abundance or options, but now they're at a point where they do, because they've developed their career, they've developed themselves, they're now attractive to women.
Yeah.
They're like, well, they're like what you were like at 20.
Okay.
Where you're like, cool, I'm an adult, I can have these experiences.
So do you avoid them? Is that, or are they a red flag? Is that a red flag then?
If what?
In the sense that they've, oh, well, no, that's fair, unfair, really. So red flag. Because if they've then
she's trying to think it through. Like this is a very lovely woman. She's older. She's wise, right? And she's just trying to figure out. The problem is she's past it, and she still wants the top tier guy. She can't get him. And it's easy to sit there and blame men or blame society or blame the game, just like the black pill dudes blame everything but themselves. I can't get a woman because I'm too short. I can't get a woman because my jaws aren't symmetric. I can't get a woman because my forehead is too big. You know what I mean? Bro, you just gave up. Like the black pillars, bro, the doom and gloomers, they just gave up. And then the MGTOW guys are like, man, I'm tired of this game, bro. I'm just going to go my own way until the game changes. And those guys are going to come back. The MGTOW dudes are going to come back because there are going to be some changes here in the West. I promise you. Brother Damon in the building. What's good, fam? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for popping in. Let's continue.
spent this time obviously building themselves up, career, gym, whatever you say, confidence.
Yep.
But then they're then more open to the right now I'm ready to date and start going dating. Of course, they've got all this great back catalogue of things that girls would find ideal, but then they're open to date. So then is it best to kind of avoid those kind of men because they're like, well, obviously they may not be ready to settle down, sort of thing?
I would say, I mean, ultimately, if you look for something serious and they express that they're not, then yeah, regardless of his age or where he's at.
Yeah, sure.
You know, like he's just a man who's just not looking for something serious.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you why it seems guys in that age are not looking for anything serious because there's no nice way to put this.
God.
Men and women peak at different seasons in their life.
Oh, that's
boom, boom, boom. Again, more red pill talking points. More red pill talking points. And Brother Jamie, I did get that, man. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you. I did. Well, definitely you'll be seeing it. We're gonna be using some of that, you know what I mean, utilizing some of that content. That's another thing too. On Medium Man tonight, they were talking about black pill, red pill, blue pill. I'm gonna break that down tomorrow for sure. I talked about that at the top of the show. I'm gonna break that down tomorrow. And Medium Man had two women on the platform with him. One was definitely older. She said she was in her 50s. I think she said mid 50s. The other one was younger. I would say she's probably in her late 30s, early 40s, somewhere in there. And the two women, it was funny because I'm listening to these ladies talking. Like one is very red pill aware in her thoughts and what she was saying, and the other was really black pill and refusing to accept that you're past it. Like you're in your mid 50s, and yeah, you look good for someone in your 50s. You tell you're in the gym, you're working out, whatever, but you're way too alpha. You're stuck in your ways. There's no way you're gonna get the guy that you're still hunting for, that top tier man. There's no way you're gonna get him. It's almost impossible. I mean, could it happen? Sure. Just like I could win the mega lotto, mega bucks thing or whatever it was last time I checked. What was it, 500 million? I don't know if someone won it or not. I don't know. I think it was last week or something I saw, like $540 million lottery ticket. Could you win? Sure. You could. It's possible? Yes. But what are the odds? Like out of 400 million people in America that you're going to be the one to get that ticket. And that's what she's looking at. That older woman, which is crazy. They refuse to accept it. So let's listen to what she's about to say here. I wonder if she's going to go into the whole, oh, I understand, you know, because he broke it down like, you know, we have different seasons or whatever. I wonder if she's going to say she understands. Let's check this out.
Women peak at different seasons in their life.
Oh, that's fact.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I say peak, I mean as in when they are the most attractive to the other sex.
Most attracted to?
Attractive.
Oh, attractive.
Yeah. So like most women will get the most amount of attention when they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
Not 30s or 40s or 50s.
No,
Unless she was like really unattractive when she was younger and then she had a massive glow up.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, then sure, you might get more attention then compared to then, but like you kind of missed out on a lot of potential when you're younger, right?
Yeah.
So most women are going to get way more attention when they're younger compared to older.
Of
For
course.
guys, it's flipped.
Yeah.
Guys get more, especially if it's a guy who's working on himself, developing himself as a person, as a man in his career. As he gets older, he's going to get more attention.
Yeah.
And then there's like a threshold. Because the thing is, it's not linear. It's a curve for guys. So what I mean is like,
She started laughing like, cause she likes the curve. She likes the curve. That's why she's laughing. She's a dirty girl. I like her. She's a dirty girl. Big up.
You know what I have to tell them, say? Big up my girl on the side, cause of them flex the best.
Cause you know she flexed the best. Big up to her. But yo, I just want to stop real quick. Brother Smith was right. You know, you're talking about AI in the medical field. Bro, I think like 10, 15 years ago, they did a test AI in the law field. They had like a really top tier lawyer. A guy who did it the hard way, like was paralegal and all that, worked his way through law school, became a lawyer. So he's really good at research. They gave him an AI a problem to solve, and AI solved it in like 20 minutes, citing, all the cases that needed to be cited and just kind of did everything that had to be done, perfect legal stuff, done like 20 minutes, something like that. And the guy, it took him 2 hours and he still didn't catch everything. There's a couple of things that he missed. So AI is definitely going to take over and transform the medical field, but it's going to hit the legal field first. Just think about lawyers. Like the lawyers who make the most money are lawyers who can just dig out this information, dig out case law and all that. AI can get case law done in milliseconds. I mean, you can ask ChatGPT right now some random thing and to cite case law, whatever, and it'll come up instantly like Google. There's not a human in the world that can do that. So not only is medical going to be hit, but the law world is going to be devastated. And all that money, could you imagine dropping a couple $100,000? Let's say you drop $115,000 on your law education and you come out and you can't get hired because ChatGPT is doing everything. And ChatGPT could probably argue it in court. I think we might even come to a point where humans aren't even involved in the American legal system. It's just going to be computers. It'll just be, and it'll happen like instantaneously, like boom, it's done. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. Well, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Brother Smith was like, yep, I've done legal documents with ChatGPT, sent to my lawyer to look it over, and they gave it all clear on the documents, so I know 100%. Yeah. I mean, bro, that's could you imagine not needing attorneys anymore? All you got to do is have the ChatGPT law bot. That's all you got to have. And how much would that cost? Right? Will the price go up or go down? I'm sure the price is going to go down. I mean, it changes the way we do law. Man, it's crazy. Brother James is like, man, I'm coming up on 27 years married. I'm glad I don't have to deal with this stuff. Man, shout out to you. That's, bro, right now, that's a Don DeMarco. Don DeMarco. You won, my friend. You and your wife are the prize equally. That's another thing I talk about over here. They talk about the prize. Well, who's the prize? When a man and a woman come together and form Voltron and they stand the test of time, they are the prize. You and your wife, my friend, y'all won. Y'all are the prize. That's what's up. 27 years. And y'all can ask Brother Damon, it wasn't all candy canes and snowflakes. I bet you they went through some tough times, and the fact that they went through that's what makes them winners. Being in a relationship is hard work, y'all. Being married is hard, man. And that's probably the hardest relationship you're ever going to come across, bro. So shout out to you, bro. I'm proud. Hey, man, thank you for putting that in there. Fellas, it can be done. It's hard now. I mean, it's difficult, man, but you can find these women. They're out there. You can find them, but they have to be into you. It doesn't work if they're not into you. They have to be into you. They have to adore you, right? Using the terms that Dr. Orion Taraban used. You have to be adored by that person. They have to be fearful of you leaving them. That's the only way it's going to work, fam. Like if you're the one adoring her and putting her on a pedestal, it's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard for that relationship to stand the test of time. That's just my take on it. That's my take. Let's continue.
Let's talk about, let's say there's like
some graphs.
Yeah, let's talk stats. Let's talk statistics. So like what I mean is this. It's kind of like it's kind of like building wealth.
Okay.
In a sense that it's not just straight linear. It's like, okay, you invest in this, you get a mortgage here, you become a landlord here. Like you kind of set layers, right? You kind of invest in set foundations. And then suddenly all the wealth starts coming in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that with guys and attracting women. It's like, okay, you start working on your body, great. You start working on your fitness, great. You start working on your confidence, cool. You start working on your career, financial progression, all of that, right? And you're going to be doing that, all those things. You're not going to see that much improvement. And then at one point, you suddenly just start getting attention from women.
Yeah.
You suddenly become that guy that when you walk into a room, at least one or two women are going to fancy you.
Yeah.
Right? And so because guys will work so hard, they're not seeing any results. And then suddenly they get to that point. And most guys, if they work their ass off, just the majority of guys, they're not going to get to that point until they're in their mid-30s.
Okay. Yeah.
Because that's when generally, I think guys in their mid-30s are like the most sought after, generally speaking. I think so, yeah.
100%.
Because guys who are like, if he's like because he's still young enough to be like physically attractive.
Yeah.
But by that point, 9 times out of 10, he's kind of established in his career.
Sure, yeah.
Or he's establishing his career pretty securely at this point.
Yeah.
So he's pretty liquid. So he's in a position where he can like invite a woman into his life and provide some kind of great experiences, but he's also still young enough to kind of be physically attractive as well.
Sure.
So, because guys who are like 32, 33, 34, they'll be dating women who are like 22 to 35 if they wanted, even 45 if they really wanted.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
All the way down to 20 to 45 if they want it. He's not lying. Bro, I'm telling you, in my mid-30s, and here's the thing, that's when I hit 6 figures and all that kind of stuff, man. The only thing that really kind of slowed me down was the fact that I was in LA and the competition was fierce. 6 figures in LA is nothing. It's not like 6 figures in Cincinnati or 6 figures in Fayetteville, North Carolina, or even 6 figures in Tampa for that matter. Like LA, New York, DC, 6 figures hit different. But I was in my 30s, I was in my mid-30s, making 6 figures, still looking good, couldn't really tell how old I was, no kids, on the scene. Man, I'm traveling, I'm seeing the world, I'm doing my thing, bro. Whenever I walked into a room, I got noticed, and that's for sure. And I had game. I knew how to holler at women, right? I knew how to hold a conversation. My style was top notch. I walk into a joint, you know what I mean? Bro, I love it when it got cold in Cali. Sometimes it got cold. It didn't get like proper cold, like below zero cold, like where I'm from in Cincinnati, but it got cold. It get down, like between 30 and like 41 degrees. And then when the wind got to blowing, it would really get cold. Sometimes it dipped below freezing depending on, elevation where you were. Like if you were up like Palmdale area, all that kind of stuff, whatever. But bro, I got to really switch up my style, my fashion. I love that kind of weather because you can put on a 3/4 length coat. You can put on your leather. You can put on a scarf, right? You can wear different hats. Y'all know I love my hats, right? You can put on sweaters, get to wear your boots, put your Timbs on. I mean, it was just my style alone made women come up and ask me where I'm from. And not like a gangster either. Not like, hey, cuz, where you from? Cuz, it wasn't that. It was, how you doing? Hey, just wondering, like, you're not from LA, are you? Like, nah, I'm from the Midwest. I grew up in Cincinnati. Oh, I can tell because I'm checking out. Like, first of all, I just want to say, you look amazing, right? And this is women saying, strange women, within 5 minutes telling me I look amazing because they're looking at my fashion sense, right? And they get close to you, now they can smell you like, ooh, I smell chrome, I smell whatever I smell. Like, you smell good. Thank you. You know what I mean? It's like, thank you. And it's on. Right? From there, you just, boom, you just take off. So, and these are the things that the guys in the bottom 80 don't realize, the black pillars don't realize. Like, bro, you don't have to be 6'4" with the V-taper, you know what I mean? Like with the 6-pack and all that, making $300,000 a year, driving a Ferrari. All those things help. But it's not a requirement. You could be a shorter dude that's funny. You could be a shorter dude that's good at something. That's something I tell you guys all the time. You got to be good at something. Just playing the guitar, playing the banjo. I done seen dudes get on just because they were playing the banjo, bro. We're at the Viper Room and some dude comes up in, the rock band and they played a tune and the guy pulled out a banjo and was playing the banjo or some lute or some crazy ass instrument. Bro, when it's over, guys broke as a joke, man, but he had groupies galore. He had groupies galore. You may think you got a lot of groupies, but he got much more. He was killing it. Be good at something. Right? Be good at something. The dudes who are attractive, they're not going to have to work as hard as you. That's a given. That's a fact. They're not going to have to work as hard as you. But you will be rewarded for your hard work. I'm saying, I was killing. That's why I love going to New York in the fall. And I love going to DC in the fall. Even Atlanta, bro, when I can switch up, man, I got London. When I was in London, bro. Got there and, it cooled off after we landed. Man, had my nice stuff on, bro. And look, telling you, bro, they gonna check you out. Right? And if you got the money, you're in your 30s, you got money, I could go travel. So I'm in London. right? I could go to Germany. I can go to Spain. I can go to Japan, Korea, South Korea. I could go wherever I wanted to go. And when I got there, just because I'm American right off the rip, the minute I start talking, they're interested. They're interested. No matter what, I don't speak French. I don't speak German. You know what I mean? I know a couple phrases here and there, but man, they hear me. They come over, they speak English, they start talking, bro, it's on. It's on, bro. They want to bring you back and they know you leaving. So it's all part of the game. This is why y'all got to study this, man. So if Fresh and Fit is too hardcore for you, man, listen to Kit. He's talking to women one-on-one. Listen to what she's saying, bro. The truth is coming out, and Kit is hitting every red pill talking point that's out there, bro. Every single one. Shout out to your parents, bro. 55 years of marriage, man. Wow, that's what's up. Let's continue.
Whereas women, it's like when you're in your 20s, you get attention from guys who are 20 and 40.
Yeah, you can take your son any day.
Literally. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? So that's why it seems like guys at that age are. It seems like, oh, it's like you're 35, you haven't figured this out yet. It's because he didn't get into the candy shop until 2 years ago, darling.
Yeah.
You've been in there for 15 years.
Yeah, valid.
One thing that I think I've asked I had this huge fitness influencer on. This was like 6 months ago. Huge following. And he's completely loved his wife, all of this stuff, but he was like, good looking guy, great shape, has 2 beautiful daughters. And he was saying about when he was younger, he was just like absolutely playing the field, like just going
a menace,
just an absolute savage, right? And one thing I asked him, I was like, can guys get to a point where they stop seeking like sexual variety without having it? And he was like, no, I don't think they can. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's kind of like, can girls be not tempted by like a guy who could provide a crazy lifestyle, right? So like this athlete or this like, race car driver, Formula One driver, or like, these top % guys who like earn great money, really successful, where their lifestyle is very enticing for a lot of women. Because a lot of guys feel like, oh, well, if a girl's around those kind of guys and I'm not that kind of guy, I'm going to lose her.
Yeah.
To one of those men.
Yep.
And I'll ask girls, like, can that be, unless you've tasted that, can you not desire that lifestyle without tasting it? And from what would you say?
Before she answers, bro, I agree with what he's saying. Like I've had a good run. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I was out there, especially for my financial situation. This is why I always dig down on this so much. Man, it ain't about the money, right? I was at my peak when I was broke. Man, I had a great run, and I've slowed down in my old age, but because of other things. Like when again, once my daughter's out of high school, once I've done my part as dad to make sure my daughter's on point. She's ready for this world. And I get out there and I'm back in Miami and I'm doing my thing, bro. It's going to be real hard to say no to some of the more attractive, fit, friendly, feminine females that are going to come up and holler at me, bro. And I tell dudes all the time, it's like, well, so you're going to always have a rotation or you're going to be like Myron and have multiple wives? I'm like, nah. My thing is when I find a woman that I want, I am very particular as to where I go, especially without her. Because there's women who will come at you, even though you got your woman right next to you, they're going to come up and slide their number in your pocket. They're going to come up and let you know, bro, like it's crazy how women get down. And having a beautiful woman on your arm is going to encourage more women because they're going to want to take you away from her. They want what she has. It's crazy how that works. So my thing is, I don't put myself in a situation where I'm tempted. So if I take a trip somewhere, I'm not at the hotel bar. I'm not coming out the room. I go do whatever I got to do, go handle business, come back to the room, especially if my woman is with me, come back to the room. I'm on the phone with her, FaceTiming her now. We got that technology. I'm ordering room service, which can be tricky if you're in foreign countries, bro. Like you ordering room service in Aruba or Colombia or Thailand, the Philippines. Bro, the woman that they're going to bring up there to bring your food, if she's digging you, like, bro, it might happen. So it's one of those things. It's almost like, yeah, just leave the food by the door. All right, I'll be right up there and say, leave it by the door. And then open the door and slide your food in, man, because, man, I had a, man. All right, I guess we got time for this. Here we go.
Everybody sit down, please. It's story time. It's story time.
Like, bro, I'm in Aruba. Right? I'm in Aruba, and I'm staying at a hotel different from where my homeboys were staying. Because normally in Aruba, we would stay at the Holiday Inn, and guys know what y'all thinking, like, damn, bro, you staying at the Holiday Inn. In Aruba, they're resorts. So it might be the Holiday Inn, which is not that nice in America, but down there, and you gotta understand, this was over 17 years ago. This was before my daughter was born. It's probably 20 years ago. So I'm at the Best Western Beach Resort. I'm right there. Like, you know, the back of my room was on the beach, like it was sand out there. Anyway, I'm checking in. My homeboys ain't there yet. They come in the next day. I'm checking in, and the woman checking me in, the manager, was nice. She was sexy, bro. Right? Lives in Aruba, so, you know, they speak multiple languages. And she's just kind of checking me out, man. Flirting. I'm flirting back. That's just how I am. Y'all know me. I always be talking shit. Just kind of doing my thing. And long story short, it got to the point where she's like, I'm going to come up to your room. Because we were talking, like talking. We whispering back and forth. We saying some things. I'm just thinking it's just a talking, you know, it's a shit talking session, right? Man, she came up to the room, bro. Like, she came up to the room, bro. And was kind of like, oh, I'm just here to make sure your accommodations are to your liking. Like, she was walking around. She was pulling her skirt up a little bit, bro. I was, okay. I couldn't imagine going through that if I had a woman. So it's like, bro, if I had a woman and that's the woman for me, and bro, I'm avoiding all that. I'm not talking crazy. I'm just sitting there, right? Doing the check-in, I'd probably be on the phone with my girl. That's not really going to help you if that woman just trying to get at you, gonna get at you. I'm doing everything I can to avoid that. But it just blew my mind. Little shorty came up to the room, bro. She was on the clock, man. She came up to the room. This was in Aruba. It's like, whoa. So when you trying to be good, now, mind you, I didn't have no girlfriend or nothing like that at the time. I wasn't like in a serious relationship or anything like that. So y'all know how I feel about it.
Frisco, I say.
You know what I have to tell them, say. Big up my girl on the side, cause of them flex the best.
Yeah, big up to them girls who flex the best. Anyway, let's get back to our video.
I guess not then. Well,
that's what I've been told.
Yeah.
The girls are like, they always want to have that lifestyle, and unless they've tasted it themselves.
Yeah.
They're like, they'll still always kind of want it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's like a harsh reality, but yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on what you're prioritizing. Because I guess if you're looking for family, you're not just going to be the side chick to Chris Brown just because you can.
Touchy name.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah, he got arrested now, didn't he?
Yeah,
he got arrested
locked up
now.
in wherever it is, HMP.
Yeah, it was like for something he did 10 years ago.
No, 2023.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why has that just happened now?
Because he finally got his visa to perform here in the UK.
Oh yeah.
So
then he got here and then they arrested him.
British police were like, right, we've got grounds to arrest you now, sweetheart. Up you come.
Damn.
I know, scandalous.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Oh, it's funny because I know what they look like and then I can never remember their names.
Oh really? Okay. They're an actor or?
Yeah. Who's Superman?
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Faz.
Yeah.
Look at that smile.
Yeah.
But then I've then got weird crushes on people. Who have I got weird crushes on? I'm trying to think. I don't know. There's different standards of where
I want everyone. I want them all.
I want everybody. No.
I mean, when you get into crushes and stuff like that, bro, you know, I get past this. That's just fantasizing, all that good stuff. I ain't mad at women, you know what I mean, when they get into that. But I will say this. You know you got the woman for you when they'll ask, like, well, who's your celebrity crush? And they're like, I don't have a celebrity crush. I'm married to my celebrity crush, or I have the man that I want. And there's some women out there who are like that. That's the woman you want to find, bro. You want the woman who doesn't see any other men. And some people out there saying, man, that's not a thing that never happens. It does happen. It may be rare as fuck, but it happens. It absolutely happens. There are women out there who don't look at any other men. They only want their husband. And they're good. They're barely talk to dudes. Like even in a social setting, like they'll be sat there right next to their husband, hugged up. Like they barely talk to other dudes, bro. It's just, there are women out there like that. You want to try to find something as close to that as you can get. A lot of dudes are like, well, I'll give her a pass if it's her celebrity crush. Like her celebrity crush is this guy, and she bumped into this guy, so it's okay that he blows her back out. Like, come on, bro. Don't say that. Don't say that, because now you're giving her a pass. Don't say that. So it's one more Stay Slick with Kit episode that I want us to check out. And make sure you guys go over, if you haven't done so already, man, go over Stay Slick with Kit, man. Hit up his Instagram. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I'm gonna post it in the chat so y'all can jump over there, check him out, man. Go over there, man, subscribe. Support the brother. He's doing great work, and learn from these interviews, man. It's just one-on-one with these women, man. And it's like the same thing over and over and over again, bro, without the drama. If you want the drama, go watch whatever podcast. Go watch Fresh and Fit. If you want the drama, the after hours, you want to, you can watch Access Vegas if you want the drama a little bit. But if you just want an in-depth conversation one-on-one with women who are women, not little girls, women who are out there doing things, like the professional women, the more modest women, right? Air quotes on that. Watch his pod, bro. Watch what he's doing. He's doing great work, man. So this episode right here, the title of this episode we're about to watch, A Coffee Date is Not Good Enough, right? So let's pull this up real quick. Like, what? A coffee date is not good enough, which is, I wanted to end on this because this is where we started. And I want to end on this for good points. Pretty much what we were talking about before. Let's see if it comes up. There it is. So let's check it out. Here we go.
If you invited a woman on a coffee date and she was like,
which I have.
now, I'm not saying women should decline it in a disrespectful way. I wouldn't say that. I would, but if she declines and you suspect it's because it was a coffee date, what do you think? And how does that, what would you do? Especially if it was a woman you really wanted.
How do I know that I really want her if I don't know her?
Facts.
Looks. Some guys that will be there. Like if she literally looked like your dream woman and she said no, would you then be like, okay, dinner?
Would you really want to be with a man who has heavy desire for a woman purely because of how she looks without even knowing her character?
No,
okay, cool.
no.
So that's not me either.
No. Okay, that's good.
So,
stand up guy.
Just be honest. I mean, I get it, but I mean, I think that
it'd be like being with a man just because of money, which isn't,
It's like, you can't trust that woman.
No.
Because if you're a man with money, likely you're going to be around other men with money, which means she can be easily taken from you.
That's true. Yeah.
So if you're going to choose a guy because he just really wants you because of your looks, if he's around other beautiful women, how can you trust him?
Exactly. You can't.
You want a man to choose you for your character and who you are.
Yeah.
So if I say, let's go for a coffee date, because let's say I've never actually met her before. Maybe we connected on social media or a dating app or something. And if she said no because it's a coffee date, that would tell me two things. I would say, okay, one, she's not seen value in me as the man that I am to actually just get to know me in a sober environment. So there's not enough desire there. And two, I would not pursue it with her.
Yeah.
Now, y'all got to keep in mind that Kit is 6'2". But you said he's 6'2". The guy's in the business, actor, successful actor. I mean, bro, London ain't cheap, man. I believe he's in London. Like he films in his crib. They call them flats, right? You can look around. You can see his place is spot on. And even if that's not his flat, he has a studio. That just adds to his success. So this dude, everything he just said, I agree with 110%. 110%. Now, he's not going to deal with women saying, I don't want to go on a coffee date with you. Why? Because, I mean, bro, he's handsome. He's successful. His social circle is real. Like they see, like you probably see this guy on mainstream media in London, right? So he's got that celebrity working for him. So how many women are going to say, realistically, how many women are going to say no to a coffee date with a guy like that? Not very many, if at all, any. Just the height alone. Like, dude is he's 6'2". I think he said he was 6'2". I'm 6 feet, right? And it's funny because all the cats in my inner circle are taller than me, right? Like, it's just, like Will Ghostin. I work a lot with Will. You know, we've become really good friends. You know, over the past year or so, and the dude, former NFL guy, he's big as a house, bro. I'm 6 feet. I think Will is 6'5". I think he's 6'5". We got to check his stats. I think he's like 6'5", maybe 6'6". Like, dude barely fits through the door. Like, when you walk through a doorway, like if he would just hop a little bit, his head to hit the top, bro. Like, dude's massive. Right? So, my cousin, I'm with my cousin. My cousin's 6'2". Is he 6'2"? Yeah. 6'1", 6'2". Jay Swans, like 6'3". Right? So everyone I kick it with, so when you look at pictures, when women meet me, it's hilarious. When women meet me, the first thing they almost always say, like, this is when I was doing date apps, they're like, you're taller than I thought you would be. And like, oh, you were looking at my pictures on my Instagram, or you're looking at my pictures, you know what I mean, on the app. Like, yeah. It's like, all those other guys must be giants. I'm like, yeah, they are. Like, they're taller than me. But, you know, people look at that and they just assume like, oh, this is a short dude because everybody else is taller. It's no real reference. Right? If you just kick it with NBA guys, and you know, because I think Allen Iverson is my height. People think Allen Iverson is small. I think Iverson is like 6 feet. Y'all tell me in the chat. I think he's 6 feet. Right? But bro, these dudes, you know what I mean? Like Steph Curry, I think Steph Curry is like 6'1", 6'2". So it's just like they look like midgets out there on the court. But you see them in real life, it's like, oh, yeah, dudes in the NBA are massive. You out there with 7-footers. Right? You out there with dudes who are like, you know, 6'5", 6'6" all day. So it's funny when I saw that, when, you know, like, oh, girl, almost always when women look at my social media and then they meet me in real life, they're always shocked. They're like, you're taller than I thought. Like, yeah, and guess what? Height does give you some privilege, bro. To the black pillars. All right, yeah, you're right. Height gives you an advantage, bro. It gives you an advantage, but it's not the end all to be all. It doesn't guarantee anything. It's just, you know, it's helpful.
No, I agree. You know, recently I've been rethinking because someone did invite me for a coffee and I said no, but he was actually a really great guy. And I started thinking, you know, we hear a lot of things on social media. Is it that bad? Like, if he keeps going down the coffee route after what, you might be like, okay, he doesn't. But maybe it's not that bad. I might rethink that one.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think Michael B. Jordan is like a very attractive, high value guy?
Yeah.
Okay. If he asked you for a coffee date, would you go?
Of course you would.
Why?
I mean, I don't know.
That's exactly my point.
No, I'm having a think. I'm like, I don't know, because like, I would just think,
because you know, he's not just trying to sleep with
do you know what it is? I would think the woman who he actually was, I think the way women take it is, we see it as the woman that the man really wants. He wouldn't want to take her for a coffee. It's okay if you don't really want me, but I want a man who really wants me.
Okay,
that's how.
And Kat's about to blow her mind because I have seen this one already. But you saw that smile. If Michael B. Jordan asked to take her out, if Idris Elba asked to take her out for coffee, she going. You know what I mean? People's like, yeah, man, all his friends are like 6 feet to 6'3". It's like 5'9", just a little bit above average, bro. 5'9". Women don't realize, they'll meet a guy that's 5'9" and swear he's 6 feet all day long, man. So like the height thing, bro, it really doesn't matter once she gets to know you. If your game is on point, your height doesn't matter. I know some dudes that are short, bro, but they had a dude Stone back in the day, man. One of the shortest cats I knew. But he had way more women than me. Like, the guy just knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, bro. He was that dude. Height meant nothing. And it was like when I grew up, we grew up with everybody, man. With dudes who had like deformities and stuff like that still getting on. So it just didn't make sense to me when I got into this world. People saying all these things, and I'm like, nah, that ain't true. Like the black pill stuff, I'm like, bro, you'll be all right. Get a little game, bro. You'll be all right. It doesn't take a lot of money, but when you're ready to make a move, have the money to do that. If you're going out that night, have the money on you. Don't take somebody out and not have the cash to pay for it. That's embarrassing. That's hard to get around. So just make sure you're prepared, and you'll be fine. But let's listen to what Kit's about to tell her, bro. Because like you said, I'm gonna back it up. You know, he said, "Would you go out with Michael B. Jordan?" She was like, yeah, but you know, women want to know that the guy's willing to invest in us for us because he really likes us, and buying a meal, spending, having an expensive date shows us that he really wants to spend time with us for real. Kid's about to blow her mind with this.
The woman feels.
But how can a man really want you if he doesn't know you? Because then that means the only men you are going to be choosing are men who are going to really want you because you look good.
No, but like on the phone, these different types of things.
Sure. So let's say you have a phone call, Michael B. Jordan. He's like, I want to take you for coffee. Let's meet for a coffee and actually get to know each other in person. You would go on that date.
I don't know, because I would just feel like he wouldn't take Laurie Harvey, which is fine. Like Laurie Harvey, but I just bet he wouldn't take her for a coffee. So if
You don't know that he didn't.
if you're not his dream girl, I just feel like it's not worth it for women.
But this comes back, unless we're talking about looks, how can you be his dream girl if he
I
doesn't
do feel
know
like
you?
even looks wise, you need to be a man's type, really, ideally.
That's why he's asking you out.
Really?
If a man's asking you out and wants to meet with you, it's because he finds you attractive. He's attracted to you.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that he wants you.
Yeah, but do you think he can be attracted to you, like, yeah, she'll do kind of thing? Not even in a mean way, like she'll do, but she's not really, that.
So what I would say is that if he's only interested in something casual, right, and he's like, yes, whatever, he'll try and invite you to his house.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But we know that men don't invest with their sexual time; they invest with their non-sexual time. Right. So it's the time that it's not the time that he's being intimate with you. That's an investment. It's the time that he's not being intimate with you. So, for example,
right.
And that right there blows a woman's mind every time. And that is a fact, by the way. Ladies, if you're watching this on Team Replay, if you're ninja watching right now, ladies, the guy that's not trying to smash, the guy who's investing his non-sexual time with you is the guy who's really into you. The guy that's only bringing you around when he's trying to, he wants to hit it. He only get like his sexual time. That's not his investment. He's going to invest his non-sexual time. And ladies can't figure that out because it's different with women. Women just don't understand a man's libido and sex drive. They just don't understand that. They're like, is you trying to smash everybody? Yes. The answer to that question is yes. And you add enough brown liquor to the equation, he will smash any old body. He'll smash Lizzo, big Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? It does not matter. He'll hit it and not think twice about it. We'll forget all about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's the time he's going to spend with you walking in the park, hanging out on the phone, just kicking it. It's the non-sexual time. That was brilliant, by the way. Telling you, man. Kid's the man. He's going to take this red pill message to the highest of heights in mainstream media, bro. He's not going to call it They're going to call it something else. They're going to change the name. It's not going to be red pill anymore. They're going to call it something else. But it's the same talking points. It's the same message.
You going to his house and sleeping together and staying there for the night, and him actually going on a walk with you for 2 hours, the walk is way more investment for him.
Yeah.
So this is why I say a coffee date. Like, he's not just trying to sleep with you. He's giving you his time and attention.
Something.
So he's actually making an investment.
Yeah, okay. I need to rethink this.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I need to rethink.
I think she'd go on a date with Michael B. Jordan for a coffee.
100%.
That's what I mean. But that's because there's enough desire for who he is as a man that you're like, I can see a level of who he is and I have desire for that. So I'm open to getting to know him in this space. Because at the end of the day,
maybe we're a bit like in our ego, like, oh, you're taking me for coffee. Maybe women need to get out of their ego with that. That's maybe a little bit bad. Maybe because they've had a lot of offers and that might be, the thing.
I understand that. I think, here's the thing. There's no right or wrong. It's just an approach. But what I would say is that if you are two things, if I would always, and I have two younger sisters, and I'd always say this to them, if a guy really wants you purely because of your looks, you should be suspicious.
That's bad, yeah.
So when women are like, well, he should, if he really wanted me, he would take me out. I'm like, girl, he doesn't even know you.
He doesn't know you. That's true. Yeah,
he doesn't even know
that's
you.
True. Yeah.
So how can he really, like, if a guy really wants you just from your looks, that should make you look at him sideways.
Yeah.
Because that is a guy who is easily manipulated.
Yeah.
Right? You can't trust him around other beautiful women.
No, yeah.
And the second thing I would say is, look, if you're like, hey, dinner, that's my standard, etc., etc., you have to do this, that's cool, that's fine.
Yeah.
But what I would say is this: if you expect something from him, he's going to expect something from you.
Doesn't mean you have to give him it.
Doesn't mean, but
But
that's
yeah,
what
no,
I'm
I know.
saying.
And it doesn't mean he has to give you that dinner. So right there, bro, again, Kid is trying to put these women up on game, but they refuse to accept it. I guess the women who do accept it are the ones that are in his community. And they have, you know, he offers courses and he helps them understand what's going on in today's sexual marketplace and helps them become more successful with getting, you know, finding true love or finding what they're looking for from men. Shout out to him. Shout out to him, man. But right there, that's what women need to be watching. That's what women need to be paying attention to. You go out here and you sexualize yourself as a woman, and you get some guy who wants to get to know you, he wants to take you out to coffee date or ice cream date so he can get to know you, and you're like, no, you demand that he takes you out to a nice restaurant. Okay, fine. That guy was trying to get to know you, but now he's like, oh, you know what? She's like the rest of these 304s, so I'm going to take her to dinner. I'm going to run the game on her, and I'm going to use the 3-day rule, and I'm going to get her back to the crib, and she's going to see the nice crib, the nice flat. I'm going to pull out the whip, got the nice car, right? Take her to that world that she's not a part of, so use that social circle thing. Oh, he knows all these people, and I'm smashing. And then I'm going to pass her on to somebody else, right? Because we love the girls who flex the best. We love them.
Tell what Frisco I say.
Frisco, tell them.
Tell him, say. Big up my girl on the side, cause of them flex the best.
Yeah, that's what we like to do. And guess what, ladies? If you fall for that game, it's on you. Because remember, that guy wanted to get to know you. He wanted to take you out to coffee. He wanted to take you out for a Jamba Juice or like a smoothie. He wanted to take you out for an ice cream date and figure out who you really were. That's what he wanted to do. But you insisted that he take you out to dinner at this place or whatever, and he got the resources. He's like, all right, fine. I'm just going to do you like I did all the others. And you blow your chance. So there it is, ladies. That's it. And fellas, that's how y'all need to move. That's how you need to move. Give it the opportunity. Hey, give me the opportunity to get to know you. No, you don't want to do coffee? Want me to take you out? Fine. Fine. Now, if it's someone you're trying to be with and you're done running rotations and you're done just smashing and passing, all right, cool. Just don't mess with her. Just move on. You offer coffee and she counters with something with dinner. Just move on. But, you know what I mean? If you still a menace, like I can be sometimes, if you still out there in your savage mode, go ahead and give her what she's looking for, man. Go ahead and take her out. Wine and dine her. Take her to the highest heights. Let her see some people she ain't never going to meet in her life. And then take her back to the telly. Smash. Here's what it is. It is what it is. Put her in the rotation. Sad, but hey, it is what it is. Because you gave her the opportunity and she said no. She's trying to run your pocket. Like you said, she's trying to get something from you. So you might as well go ahead and try to get something from her, right? And what she said, we don't have to give it. Please. You're going to give it. Because that's what you want to do. Because the guy was able to provide the experience you were looking for. He was able to satisfy your fantasy, whatever you conjured up in your mind. He was able to do it. His game was on point, and he smashed. Simple as that. And I had a lot of female friends say, man, that's just wrong. No, it's not. That's the game. You know what I mean? Never hate the player. You hate the game if you want to, but never hate the player, hate the game. So that's it, guys. That's all I got for tonight, man. I hope y'all dig that, bro. For real. No coffee dates. I mean, correction. Coffee dates is the way to move. Like no coffee dates. Coffee dates is the way to move. And if she refuses your coffee date, then go ahead and do what you got to do, bro. But, you know what I mean? Otherwise, get to know her, man. Like it's really hard to have a good conversation to get to know someone if you're at some nice restaurant somewhere trying to sit down. There's just too much going on. Coffee dates, taking walks in the park, or walk by the lake, ice cream dates, getting a smoothie, that sort of thing. And then, have breakfast. Take her to breakfast, man. This is the vetting process. You're starting right away. You just want to see if she's into you. If she's into you, man, she will go anywhere, do anything with you. If she's into you, that's what she wants to do, bro. She'll come hang out. She'll come support. If she's not into you, if she's just trying to get something out of you, i.e. an experience to this nice restaurant or to this concert or a trip somewhere. She's trying to get flued out, whatever the case may be. Just stay away from that. That's not going to be long term. That's not going to be long term. All right. So that's it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. For those of you watching this on Team Replay, go ahead and send this to somebody if you think it can help them out. Appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that like button, all that good stuff, man. And it's time for me to go on, bro. I'm going to have to try to get me some sleep. I haven't been sleeping well. Try to get me some sleep, wake up tomorrow and do it all over again, bro. So have a good night, guys. I'm Dale Saint. This is That Really Wanna Know podcast, man. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.